Over 60? 4 nuts you absolutely must eat, and 4 you should never touch. Did you know eating the wrong nuts could seriously bump up your risk of heart disease? And if you're over 60, that risk climbs even higher. This isn't just some random guess. It's backed by solid science. Studies show certain nuts can actually trigger inflammation, raise your blood pressure, and even mess with your memory as you age. What's really surprising is that some of the most common nuts people snack on daily might be the ones causing the most harm. One nut we'll talk about later even contains a toxic compound that can slowly damage your liver, kidneys, and brain. And the scariest part? You probably have it in your pantry right now. It's often pushed for low-carb diets, but for older adults, it can quietly do more harm than good. But here's the good news. This video is your guide. I'll share 4 nuts seniors should eat often to protect their heart, brain, and bones. Plus, I'll reveal 4 kinds of nuts that might secretly be working against your health, even if you think they're safe. Stick with me till the end, because I'll reveal the #1 nut you should never eat. It's not one people usually mention, but it can interfere with your medications and even affect your appetite. First up, almonds. As we age, keeping our bones strong is super important. That's where almonds really shine. These little crunchy guys are packed with calcium and vitamin E, both key for sturdy bones. Just 1 cup has about 97 milliliters of calcium, which helps slow down bone loss that happens after 65. Since fractures can really impact your independence then, protecting bone strength is crucial. Almonds also give you magnesium, a mineral many older adults don't get enough of. Magnesium helps move calcium into your bones and keeps it out of your arteries. For seniors, keeping calcium in the right place makes a huge difference. Almonds also offer healthy monounsaturated fats, the good kind found in olive oil. These lower LDL or bad cholesterol, which is vital as heart disease risk increases with age. And let's not forget digestion. Almonds provide about 3.5 grams of fiber per serving, a big help since nearly 40% of older adults struggle with constipation. There's more good news. Almonds are great for your brain. Research shows they protect brain cells from oxidative stress, a major factor in age-related memory decline. Eating them regularly might help keep your mind sharper longer. For maximum benefit, eat almonds with the skin on. The skin has flavonoids that, with vitamin E, provide a powerful antioxidant boost. If chewing whole almonds is tough, sliced almonds or unsweetened almond butter offer the same benefits. Bottom line, almonds do more than just satisfy a snack craving. They support bones, heart health, digestion, and even memory. Next, walnuts. If you want to give your brain a serious boost, walnuts are one of the best. And it's not just because they look like little brains. Walnuts are loaded with ALA, a plant-based omega-3 fat. This nutrient keeps brain cell membranes flexible and supports how your brain cells communicate. Since these connections naturally weaken with age, ALA can make a big difference. Studies found seniors who ate about 1.5 ounces of walnuts daily for 8 weeks showed better thinking speed and more flexible problem solving. Simply put, walnuts help your mind stay sharp. But the benefits don't stop there. Walnuts are packed with polyphenols, powerful plant compounds that can enter the brain and calm inflammation, potentially slowing the progress of Alzheimer's and other dementias. Another cool perk, walnuts contain melatonin, the hormone your body uses to regulate sleep. Since melatonin levels drop with age, a handful of walnuts before bed might help you rest better. And for heart health, walnuts provide arginine, an amino acid that improves blood vessel function. Paired with their anti-inflammatory polyphenols, they help lower blood pressure and reduce heart disease risk. Some research even suggests walnuts might help medications work better, which is especially important for seniors taking prescriptions. To get the most out of them, store walnuts in the fridge. Their high-fat content can make them go rancid at room temperature. A serving of 7 to 9 halves daily is ideal. If you crack them open yourself, even better, it's a little exercise. That slight bitterness some people notice? That comes from their antioxidants, a sign they're doing your body good. Moving on to pistachios. Pistachios might be overlooked, but they're fantastic for seniors' heart health. These little green gems are easy to snack on and offer benefits that become even more important with age. For starters, pistachios are naturally low in sodium and high in potassium. Just one serving has about 285 milligauss of potassium, which helps your kidneys flush out extra salt. This is key because as we age, our bodies hold on to more sodium, which can raise blood pressure and strain the heart. Pistachios help bring that balance back naturally. Studies show that eating a handful of pistachios daily can drop systolic blood pressure by 3 to 5 points. That's the top number on your reading, and even a slight drop can make a big difference for heart health. The effect is so strong it's been compared to some blood pressure medications, but without the side effects. Pistachios aren't just heart-friendly, they're great for your eyes too. They're rich in lutein and zeaxanthin, antioxidants that shield your vision from age-related macular degeneration, a leading cause of vision loss in older adults. So, with every handful, you're protecting your eyesight. Seniors also love that pistachios are gentle on teeth. If hard nuts are tough to chew, pistachios are much easier. Buying them in the shell adds another bonus. The act of shelling slows you down, preventing overeating and giving you a visual cue of how much you've consumed. If shelling is tricky due to arthritis or weak grip, don't worry. Pre-shelled options are available. Just opt for unsalted or lightly salted versions. The sweet spot? About 49 pistachios or 1 ounce a day. It's a satisfying snack that helps your heart, vision, digestion, and is easy on your teeth. With all those benefits in a small handful, pistachios are one of the smartest nut choices after 60. And finally, for our must-eat list, Brazil nuts. Brazil nuts don't get enough attention, but they truly should. For people over 60, these nuts offer powerful health benefits in just a tiny bite. What makes them special? Selenium. Selenium is essential for keeping your thyroid working well. Your thyroid controls energy, metabolism, and mood. As we age, the thyroid often slows down, leading to fatigue, weight gain, or even mild depression. That's where Brazil nuts come in. Just 1 nut contains more than your entire daily selenium needs. Yes, only 1. Selenium is also a strong antioxidant that lowers inflammation and protects nerve cells, offering extra help for brain function and potentially less risk of memory decline. Brazil nuts also support heart health. Their healthy fats lower LDL cholesterol, and their fiber keeps digestion running smoothly. Still, moderation is key. Brazil nuts are extremely high in selenium, and too much can cause nausea, hair loss, or nerve problems. Experts say just 1 or 2 Brazil nuts per day is enough. That's all it takes for your full daily selenium. They're easy to snack on, add to breakfast, and need no preparation. So, if you want to support your thyroid, brain, heart, and digestion naturally, Brazil nuts are a small but mighty solution. Just remember, with these nuts, more isn't better. 1 or 2 a day is all you need. Now, for the nuts, you should approach with caution. First, peanuts. At first glance, peanuts seem harmless. They're cheap, popular, and everywhere. But if you're over 65, there are a few reasons they might not be the best health choice. Peanuts are legumes, not true nuts, and they're more likely to be contaminated with aflatoxins, toxins produced by mold that can grow on them during storage. Over time, eating too much can harm your liver and even increase your risk of certain cancers. This is a bigger concern for older adults because as we age, our bodies are less efficient at detoxifying harmful substances. Mold isn't the only issue. Peanuts are also loaded with omega-6 fats. While not bad on its own, too much omega-6 compared to omega-3 can trigger inflammation. For anyone dealing with arthritis or joint pain, peanuts can make things worse. And there's another concern. Most people eat processed peanut products, salted, roasted in unhealthy oils, loaded with sugar, or containing additives and preservatives. These extras can raise blood pressure, spike blood sugar, and add unwanted weight, all things you want to avoid as you get older. So, while an occasional peanut probably won't hurt, making them a daily habit isn't ideal, especially when healthier nut options exist. If you're serious about protecting your liver, reducing inflammation, and avoiding unnecessary additives, it might be time to rethink peanuts as your go-to snack. Next, cashews. Cashews are smooth, creamy, and delicious, showing up in snack mixes, stir-fries, and desserts. But for older adults, especially those managing blood sugar or kidney health, cashews come with important cautions. Let's start with blood sugar. Cashews are higher in carbohydrates than most nuts, meaning they can raise blood sugar faster than you might expect. They have a relatively high glycemic index, making them less ideal for the nearly 1 in 4 seniors living with diabetes or prediabetes. But that's not all. Cashews contain oxalates, compounds that can block calcium absorption and contribute to kidney stones. Since seniors are already at greater risk for kidney issues, eating too many cashews could worsen things. And most cashews on store shelves aren't raw. They're roasted in oils and heavily salted, adding extra fats and sodium that can raise cholesterol and blood pressure, straining your heart. When you add up the blood sugar spikes, oxalates, and added oils and salt, it's clear cashews aren't the best everyday choice for seniors. Having a few occasionally won't cause major harm, but eating them daily or relying on cashew-based products might not be the wisest option. The good news is there are plenty of other nuts that deliver flavor and nutrition without these drawbacks. So before you grab a handful of cashews, think about how they might affect your blood sugar, kidneys, and heart. Moving on to macadamia nuts. Macadamias are often seen as a luxury snack. Buttery, rich, and delicious. But for seniors, they might not be the best choice for regular consumption. Here's why. Macadamias are extremely high in calories and saturated fats. A small handful can pack over 200 calories, most from fat. While not all fat is harmful, the type and amount in macadamias can cause trouble with weight control and heart health. For older adults, extra weight can make conditions like diabetes, high blood pressure, and joint pain harder to manage. And because macadamias are calorie-dense without being very filling, it's easy to overeat them. There's also the fat quality. Macadamias are especially high in saturated fat, the kind that raises LDL cholesterol, which is linked to heart disease. Since cardiovascular problems increase with age, adding more saturated fat might not be doing your heart any favors. And then there's the texture. Macadamias are dense and very crunchy, which can be tough on sensitive teeth or dentures. What seems like a harmless snack could cause real discomfort or dental issues. Another thing to watch out for is the effect on the gallbladder. Because they're so rich in fat, macadamias can overwhelm a weak or inflamed gallbladder, sometimes leading to bloating, stomach pain, or gallstone flare-ups. It's not that macadamias are entirely bad. They do provide antioxidants and some healthy fats, but with their calorie load, high saturated fat, and potential for digestive or dental discomfort, they aren't the best everyday nut for seniors. If you love them, enjoy a few occasionally, but don't make them your go-to snack when safer. More balanced options are available. And finally, the number one nut you should probably avoid: pine nuts. Pine nuts might seem like a fancy, harmless addition to salads or pesto, but for seniors, they come with risks that often go unnoticed and can seriously affect your health. One of the biggest concerns is how pine nuts interact with medications. Many older adults take prescriptions for blood pressure, cholesterol, arthritis, or diabetes. Unfortunately, compounds in pine nuts can interfere with how your body processes certain drugs, potentially reducing their effectiveness or causing unexpected side effects. There is also something unusual called pine nut syndrome. It sounds odd, but it's well documented. After eating pine nuts, some people develop a bitter or metallic taste that can last for days, even weeks. For seniors, this isn't just annoying. It can reduce appetite. When eating less leads to unintentional weight loss, it puts older adults at risk for malnutrition and a weaker immune system. Another issue is oxidation. Pine nuts are high in polyunsaturated fats, which spoil quickly when exposed to air or heat. Once oxidized, these fats can increase inflammation instead of reducing it. The last thing you need if you're already dealing with inflammatory conditions. So, while pine nuts taste great, they're not always the safest choice, especially if you're on medication, struggling with appetite, or managing inflammation. The best option? Skip them, or at least talk to your doctor before making them a regular part of your diet. The good news is there are plenty of other nuts that offer benefits without these hidden risks. Remember, after 60, even small choices like which nuts you keep in your pantry can make a big difference for your heart, bones, and even your memory. Choosing the right ones can help you stay strong, sharp, and independent longer. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Have you noticed how certain nuts affect your body? Maybe they give you more energy, or sometimes cause discomfort. Share your thoughts in the comments because your story might help someone else make a better choice. And if you found this video helpful, give it a like and subscribe for more science-backed tips to stay healthy and active as you age. Take good care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next video.